Hello, curious person. I'm Irakli, and welcome to Veritas. Recently, I watched the show Queen's Gambit, and I want to share my impressions. Right now, the show is a big deal at Netflix. It is the most discussed subject in social media, and people are blown away with the chess. Chess.com even created Beth Harmon's bot, and all super GMs have tested it. You can even find Hikaru Nakamura playing against her. Even world champion has expressed his honest opinion about the show. So, I want to discuss why is this show so successful. First of all, let's talk about the story. Orphan chess prodigy Beth Harmon struggles with addiction in a quest to become the greatest chess player in the world. The story itself takes well-tested fabula of good old tales and delivers it with some serious extensions like drug addiction, feminism, American society critics, and looking at the world perspective beyond American pink glasses. So let's discuss each subject. First, let's review the story and acting. Beth Harmon is inspired by a real person called Robert Pisher. I dare you to watch Pawn Sacrifice, a beautiful movie about the chess world champion. The guy single-handedly destroyed the mighty Soviet chess legion. He was a complicated person. Sometimes he was complaining US government for not giving him enough credit he deserved, because chess sucked big time. Other times he was whining around pretty annoying way. You can see both sides in Beth's story, although the second one is a little bit settled down. Fischer was hell of a good player. He dominated chess world, and one day he has just gone. Disappeared, leaving behind awkward rumors. Beth's story is happier. He wins over her devils and becomes an even more completed person once she has become the world champion. I am amateur player myself, playing around 1600 to 1900 rating in blitz and rapid chess. Besides, I'm pretty familiar with the chess history. So, does it help to appreciate the show more? Yes and no. I watched the show with my sister-in-law. She doesn't play chess at all. She enjoyed it. Although I was helping her to understand the chess shenanigans, she felt sorry that never took the time to learn the wonderful game. That is the power of the show, to make hungry for the game. I know lots of people in the world felt the same. They could manage to deliver chess passion. It is a mental game, so the pleasure of defeating someone is on another level. You can feel the opponent's pain through the emotions, facial expressions, body language. This is why chess online is only half of the joy. The only billiard might come to the touch. I'm a billiard player myself. In fact, I'm playing on a sport level. Even has completed at international venues. My billiard is more physical action. That is the funnel where the agony can flow. So the mental battle might slip away. In chess, everything is packed right in front of you. No one can refer to pieces. It is only you that matter, unlike pool where the ball's conditions, luck, takes away supposedly guaranteed win. Annie Taylor-Joy is probably half of the reason for the success. First of all, she is very attractive on the screen. Her facial expressions of the body and body language somehow similar to Cat. That might be only my impression, although it somehow contradicts the general experience. Though dance-like moves are not characteristic of intellectual nerdy girls. These are more feminine, manipulative ones. Okay, maybe I'm talking about some stereotypes, but stereotypes exist for a reason. In my life, I've met plenty of smart women. Smarter they are, less likely they use kitty kind cuteness. My feminist friends were disappointed by her performance. I understand why. delivering feminist agenda in the face of Beth Harmon, and thus going on sexual attractive way a man wished to see, kinda contradicts with each other. I'm very observant about the body language. I found some issues with how she moved the pieces, touching gently with 2 fingers, sliding on board. These are not chess players' moves, because you have to be strict and precise. Those skills should handle bullet games. Later my worries have gone and played bullet convincingly, but I'm sure she took training, particularly on fast moves, although I might be wrong. The main premise of feminism is equality, and we got that. Chess is intellectual sport, so the woman world champion among the men would pretty much be a groundbreaking news that could deconstruct the gender paradigm in the whole world. I'm sure one day it will become reality, because there is no reason to believe the difference between male and female intellect quality. In fact, I believe in the opposite. Personally, I believe the difference between moral judgment and processing of information. The male tends more causal judgment, while the female takes into consideration the context of the action. By the way, Nona Gaprindashvili, the world champion among the women that is shown in the last episode, has competed against the men, some of them with success. So the show gives us wrong feedback about the reality. Once I have read her interview about the chess career, she explained the reasons why women are less successful in chess. The reasons are pretty obvious: motherhood, physical conditions, physiology. It is harder for women taking stressful tournament for a week, while guys might remain similarly fresh. Besides, I'd like to add one more thing she didn't mention. That nerdy obsession with the game is when you play in your mind, even while eating, while dreaming, or speaking, conversation on different subject is totally a guy thing. Don't you agree? The drug addiction thing portrayed pretty colorful way. At first, you got the impression that pieces on the ceiling are hallucination caused by medicines, but later we got the complete answer. It is just a parasite in her mind and has nothing to do with her brilliance, because she has those powers after he chooses her life. The most important part is criticism of American society. I saw the criticism of capitalism, which is survival of the fittest, if we say in a brief way. But success has nothing to do with government maintenance. On the other hand, Soviets were taken just extremely seriously and had strict policy to maintain dominance in the chess world, which was the manifest of intellectual supremacy over capitalism. I don't buy the shit that America didn't like it and didn't care about it. But that wasn't the way capitalism worked. Everything was run by sponsors and self-enthusiasts, so this is true. The same subject was pain in ass for Bobby Fischer. The shows accurate indifference when America's great player is living in the basement. On the other hand, they show us another world that is believed to be anti-human. You got the expectation that Bogrov should be a villain who plays dirty. In the real world, Soviets were playing little dirty. They were helping each other, and Fischer was mad about it. The show gives us a glimpse about actual events, but overall Beth's second failure was only her fault. The final episode pretty much summarizes the punchline. The event is taken in a pretty dark, glamorous place. Feels like anti-nuclear military construction, but your worries are refuted as everything goes fair and great respect and noble fear towards the main protagonist. Bogrov proved to be a gentleman, and that was a real fact. Boris Spassky, the world champion who lost his title to a Fischer, applauded him almost in the same way as he delighted as he was delighted by his chess. He was a true gentleman because he took fishes sharking like a nobleman. Soviet people were happy about his success as well. On the other hand, who has celebrated Beth's victory in the US? The show shows us only her friends. And this is the punchline. Noble people are not only in US, they're everywhere, even among enemy. On the contrary, shitty people might be among us. It was a gentle attempt to take off the pink glasses to guys who think that US and the West are the only place for the virtue. So, in conclusion, I want to recommend this show as a must-watch opportunity. It is not perfect, but certainly gives something to think about. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe to the channel and see you next time.